This is the 2021 Mazda 6 Carbon Edition. Like it or not, this is Mazda's flagship. This is the car that tells the world what it means to be a Mazda. It's supposed to mean style, a whiff of luxury, and enough performance to put all the competitors in a segment on the trailer. But is that still the case? Is this still the mid-sized family sedan that all the others secretly want to be when they grow up? Let's find out. For a long time, the Mazda 6 was the stud of its segment. Now, you got to think about the segment. Camry, Accord, Altima, Sonata, not exactly rock star stuff. Still, the 6 stood out as the driver's choice. Yes, you have a family to deal with, but you want to have a little bit of fun as you're taking the kids to the zoo. If we were to put the Mazda 6 in a comparison test, you can almost guarantee it was gonna win. Thing is, Mazda is not in the comparison test winning business. They're in the selling cars business, and they want to sell more Mazda 6s. So to do so, they decided to broaden its appeal. And one of the ways they did that is via design. Mazda is making great looking cars these days, and the 6 is no exception. We're living in the era of giant grills on cars. Mazda put a giant grill on this thing, but it looks really good. Also, I want to point out this huge chrome strip, this big piece of bright work that goes all the way out to the edge of the face. That's great because it widens out the front, and when you widen something, you make it look lower, and when you make something look lower, it looks more sporty. So it's a cool design trick. I also like how there's a bit of sinisterness in the face. Coming down the side, same old Mazda story. Great paint, not so great wheels. One cool thing, it's subtle, but the belt line dips down right around here. And what's great about that is, if you're turning left, it would give you a bit more visibility. So it's a cue that this is a driver's car. Coming back, looks like a sedan. C-pillars are hard, and what I mean by that is everybody wants a hatchback roofline these days, but they don't want to put a hatch there. They want to put a trunk there, and you wind up having to do something like this. You get to the back, one cool thing, twin chrome pipes. Mazda has a really strong design language going on right now, and I think the 6 is the best of their bunch. Remember, this is the Carbon Edition of the Mazda 6. It's a top trim level, and just by looking around, you will say, yeah, actually it is. I think the burgundy leather jumps out and grabs you the hardest. It really does look premium. But again, almost every surface is covered in something nice. The dashboard, there's this cool piece of metal right here. There's a little leather here. They forgot to put it here, but that's okay. One cool trick they do, everything below eye level or below the belt line is dark, and everything above it, like the A-pillar on the roof, is a light color. And it's a cool trick because it opens the cabin up. It makes it feel more airy. The other complaint I really have about, and all Mazdas, not just the Mazda 6, is the infotainment screen. It's small, it's not a touch screen, it doesn't do very much, you have to use a rotary controller. Backseat, snug. Again, there are cars in this segment which have a larger backseat, but any gripes aside, if you think about the competition, right? Think about a Nissan Altima or a Toyota Camry. This Mazda 6, especially the Carbon Edition, is much, much nicer. Let's talk performance. As I mentioned, mid-sized family sedans are not known to be fun to drive. So if you just add a little bit of performance to one, it can really stand out. And luckily, Mazda's been adding a lot of performance over the years. It's got lots of power. Now, not every Mazda 6 has a lot of power. The base car, it gets the standard 2.5 liter inline 4 engine, 187 horsepower, 186 pound-feet of torque. But remember, this is the Carbon Edition. It's got a turbocharger. Should you put premium fuel in it? 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. The downside to the Mazda 6 is it's going to get slightly worse fuel economy than the rest of the segment. However, I think that what you gain in performance makes up for the little bit extra you're going to pay at the pump. The Mazda 6 is a safe car. It has a 5-star crash rating, and the IIHS calls it a top safety pick plus for 2021. It comes with a bunch of standard active safety features. So what's it cost? Well, the Carbon Edition sitting next to me is priced at just over $34,000, and if you keep checking boxes, you can get it to over $38,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but if you want every single option, you gotta pay for it. If there's one thing I want you to know about the 2021 Mazda 6 Carbon Edition, it's that it is still got it. This is still a great driving family sedan. Yes, it looks good. Yeah, it's got a nice interior. Okay, the price is competitive. But at the end of the day, you're buying a Mazda 6 because you love driving. There is no denying the fact that the Mazda 6 was and remains a strong buy.